It was probably 99. I had a show in Jackson. And it was like 2,000 people in there. Right? Before I came on, they was saying, Boosie, 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 Boosie. Even in Louisiana, I never had nobody chant my name before I go on stage. And like ever since then, like, you know, like, I just felt I was that nigga, like, I just felt people really loved me, you know. That put something in my head, like that tiger in me, like, you know, like, I had been out like a year and a half then, and the whole motherfucking arena in Jackson was like, Boosie, Boosie, like, they knew every song, and like, I went back to Louisiana, like y'all can't fuck with me.
From the stage to the streets, there's no denying Lil Boosie's status as a Southern rap hero. Born Torrance Hatch, the fiery MC rose from the bottom of Baton Rouge as a voice of the struggle thanks to his penchant for reality raps and unapologetic street tales. This is Boosie BadAzz in his own words.
I grew up in poverty and shit, you know. That's basically what I base my music on, my come up, you know. I talk about things I have too, but I basically base my music on my pain and my come up. I started off with a C-Lo record when I was a teenager, 15. I was featured on a couple of C-Lo CDs. I took off from there, dropped my own CD, and just kept on just dropping classic music. I just kept on making good music, like good street music that everybody loves.
Moving thousands of units and packing out countless shows, it didn't take long for Boosie's name to travel above and beyond the Mason-Dixon line.
Last night I heard the rain on my window pane. All I could think about is all the time my mama kinda begged me to change, but I ain't listen.
I was just at a point where the labels had to sign me because like everybody was putting pressure on them, like, nigga, you ain't signed Boosie yet? Like, Boosie doing, you know, 40, 50,000, you know. With Ghetto Stories, we doing 80, 90,000, so that's how I became like a folk hero. Like, I'm like a legend, like, I'm a motherfucking legend in the streets. You can listen to my music that I had 10 years ago and it can still rock the club. Artists can't do that. Most artists can't put the mic down and let the whole crowd sing their music. You can't say that nigga make music like Boosie. Nah. People might just say something about somebody getting shot. Boosie gonna tell you why he got shot, what led him to get shot, what led him to be in the street for him to get shot. I explain it all down to you. I don't just say, you know, I got money. You know, I'm gonna tell you I got money because this. I never had money. This who made me want money. You know, I lay it all out for you. You know, I explain it. And I ain't using no damn dictionary words, you know. It's straight flat out to you. It's part of me with my music. That's what probably will never get me to fall off because I keep going through stuff and I keep talking about it. You know, and even if the world just keeps spinning, I always got something to talk about because the world's so crazy. And I just make music off what I go through in life. Like, that's why I stayed relevant so long. You know, I've been regional since '98, man. Every time I stop praying for a little bit, like God just hit me with something, bro. I just be feeling like he be bringing me back closer to him, bro, you know, like. That's how I feel like with God, he just be bringing me closer to him. Because he the only one I trust. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust family members, none of my family. I don't trust nobody. You trust no one in this world. From grandfather to grandmother to mother to brother, sister, I trust no motherfucker, period. That's just me. You know, I trust God, man. God gonna save me and never leave me. You know, even when I was on the road, he used to tell me, you know, just because of your heart you did for so many people, I'll never leave you. I'll never leave you on your sick bed. He used to always tell me that. He should always hit it. He said, he'll never leave me on my sick bed. He'll never leave me in times of trouble. You know, so even when I turn on the news and see me all over the news, all over the front pages, you know, he'll talk to me like, nigga, you coming home. Don't worry about that. So, you know, And God know who I am. You know, God make me who I am. He put me through all this to make anybody else a break, man. Straight. Anybody else going through what I done been through in life will break. Fucking break, son. Like I just feel like he gave me all this for a reason, you know, because he know I can handle it. If it was back in the days, I'd be a soldier. That's how I feel. Like I'm like his soldier. Like he always put me through it, man. You know.
After serving 4 years of an 8-year sentence for a drug conviction and probation violation, Boosie was released from a Louisiana prison on March 5th, 2014. But before things could take off, last November, Boosie was diagnosed with kidney cancer.
Before I go out on the road, I usually go get fluids and get strong and shit. Fluids in my body or whatever. So I went and got some fluids. And I wasn't feeling good, you heard me? I was slick side throwing up, but I was like, you know, I was still gonna get my money in Houston or whatever. Man, I just told the doctor, man, let me get an MRI to check my stomach. Man, I got an MRI, motherfucker came back like, we found something on your kidneys. So I'm like, what y'all found on my kidneys? So I'm sitting in there like 6-7 hours. So doctor come back like, you got cancer in your kidney. So I was like, fuck. You know, I ain't lying, I just busted out fucking crying. I told man, check that shit again. We finna go in there again. Run me through there again. Like he was like, you already did an MRI. No, I say no, and we gonna do another MRI. So I went back down there and did another MRI. And then they brought all the specialists up there again with the second test, like, you know, you got cancer. And that's when they told me, you know. That was the first time I found out I had it. Put it on Instagram because I needed prayer, bro. That's the only reason I put it. I went against everybody, orders, to not put it on there, you know. After I got my second MRI, I was like, fuck it, you know. I'm finna put it on there because I know prayer power, bro. Whatever people say, prayer power. So I was like, I know I got 1 million fans. I get 1 million prayers, bro. That'll help, you know. So I just reached out. All the reps from everybody trying to hurry up and take it down. You know, I'm finna post this motherfucker, dog. Straight up, I gotta let the world know what's up, bro. I've been in and out of the hospitals my whole life. When I was 19, I was diagnosed with diabetes, so. And that came out of nowhere, you know, like, nobody in my family had diabetes. And I just felt like that was, I got my deal like right around that time, you know, right after that. So I just felt like that was a gift and a curse. That's how I took that. This was another big blow, like the cancer stuff. And cancer and diabetes don't go together at all, bro, you know, like. I lost 3 aunties to cancer this year, and 1 uncle to cancer this year. So I was like, God damn, they ain't make it. I might fucking die, because I don't know about cancer. You know, all I know is he telling me I got cancer in my kidney. I don't know how bad it is. I don't know what kind it is. Tell me, God, how I get cancer. You know, all I know is he telling me I got cancer in my kidney. I don't know how bad it is. I don't know what kind it is. You know, I had to tell him, tell me what kind it is. Then I had to, you know, I had to research the shit. And the more I researched it, the more not afraid I became. He told me I had renal cell carcinoma. That's a tumor cancer in your kidney, and I was like, God damn. So I read up on the sizes of it, stage 1, stage 4, stage all this, and the first stage I read was 7 centimeters. Like, I'm reading trying to see how big mine is. You know, he like 7 centimeters. I'm not gonna make it in surgery. It's a slight chance I make it in surgery. So they brought my sheet. Mine was 2.8 centimeters. So doc was like, you need surgery ASAP before it start growing and shit. You don't know how fast it's gonna grow. So they referred me to go to Texas. I ain't lying, bro. I felt like, you know, all the dirt I did on the street was coming back on me. That's how I felt like. I felt like, you know, I ain't felt like he was gonna take me, like I ain't really feel like he was gonna take me. I just feel like all the shit I did, you know, I just feel like shit was coming back on me, you know, and I was just in for another fight, you know, like, but this one was more scary than diabetes. This was even more worse than death row because I feel like, you know, if I got time on death row, I still go out a gangster. I ain't telling nobody, you know. I always stay G, you know, whatever, you know. I'll still get sound scan checks for the rest of my life. That's how I felt on death row. But with this shit, I was like, this shit a killer, man. This shit damn near took a quarter of my family in them. So it was hard for me, bro, you know. I told you I cried for like damn near hours, son. You know, I don't like to question God, but I was questioning God, like, you know, like, why me? Like, you know, I got a lot of people to take care of. Like, I'm a horseman. I gotta feed a lot of motherfuckers, and motherfuckers gotta feed off me to jump on. So I was thinking about all kind of shit, you know. I just wanted this cancer out me, like, and I went to calling everybody, like, my doctors, like, I could say I was kind of panicking, you know. I was scared as a motherfucker, man. And I ain't scared of things. I ain't no scary ass nigga, but I was scared, bro. I was like, God damn, bro. When they told me I had to go get cancer surgery, I had to go to the best people, and that was the M.D. Anderson Cancer Center. They like the best in the country. I went in there, man, like, you know, like, what it gonna take to get this shit out of my body? Like, man, it's the best people in the world. They do surgeries. This is what they do, you know, like people from Europe come here. So I went there and, you know, I took them my papers, showing them my stuff. They did another MRI X-ray on me, you know, and verified that it was cancer. And basically, you know, I told them, you know, I want this shit out of me ASAP, man. Like, I want to talk to the best surgeon here, and I want it out of me ASAP, you know. And they was like, you know, 87,000. So I was like, you know, I called up a bag. You know, at first I was gonna write them a check, but they was like, you know, it's gonna be 2 months before, you know, I get in there. You know, so I told them I had the cash. They told me I could get cut on in 4 days. So I brought like 80 bands in that motherfucker, all cash. And 5 days later, I was in cancer surgery. I didn't have insurance, you know. I didn't have insurance. Even if I would have had insurance, it wouldn't have paid for nothing but a quarter of that bill anyway. But I didn't have insurance, man, and probably, you know, that was a big mistake. I'm just glad God blessed me to have the funds to help myself, bro. I see how a lot of people die, bro. Like, you know, like, a lot of people up there ain't got money for surgery, man. People dying in that motherfucker. I had Dr. Wood, man. Dr. Wood told me, like, you do concerts every day, you know. He said, man, I done over 5,000 surgeries, you know. I was like, damn, he know what he doing, you know what I'm saying? So he lifted me up, like, he was like, man, I'm finna get this shit out you, man. We gonna get this shit out you. You gonna be cancer free. He motivated me, bro, like, you know. And then I was getting kind of scared, cause post surgery, you gotta go through all this anesthesia shit, man. You gotta go through seeing how much your body can take anesthesia and all this putting me to sleep shit. I wasn't too fine with putting me to sleep shit, but I knew they had to do it, so I was like, man, bro, I was like, but I kept saying in my head, God ain't bring me this far to take me, you know. If he wanted me dead, he could have been had me dead, man. So I was like, man, he gonna shake me back, bro. I just put it in my head, I'm gonna shake back, no matter how I feel, I'm gonna shake back. And the doctor was just telling me, you know, the surgery ain't the hard part, it's the afterward. You know, it's the recovery.
Sometimes I lead to keep from lying or spazzing. You won't be me, you couldn't imagine.
After my cancer surgery, 7 hours later, I went into DKA with my diabetes. From cancer surgery to DKA with diabetes, back to ICU. Then come out of DKA after 4 days. They found a hematoma on my kidney. You know, it's like a blood clot. It's not a cancer, it's like after surgery when you don't heal right. It's like a black eye, you know what I'm saying? It healed by itself, it healed up real good, but I'm like, fuck. I'm like, man, bro, I punched that fucking wall so hard, like. I was like, here we go again, you know, but doctor was saying that's usual in surgery. That's pretty much what happened in surgery. Well, it kind of brought me back down to reality. You know, I had to learn to walk again. You know, I couldn't walk for I had to rehabilitate myself to walk again for 3 weeks, bro. After my surgery, I couldn't walk at all. I better get out the bed. I had to learn to walk again, and you know, we walk 3 times a day, and you walk around these circles in the hospital, and you see all these people, and you know, they got a gown on, tubes in their body just like you. So I'm like, damn, bro, you know, like, I ain't got no jewelry on, my hair nappy, bro, like, brought me back down to reality. Like, I felt like I was at their level, you know. I just felt like I was low, bro, you know, because I wanted to walk so bad, bro. Like, I wanted to get out the bed so bad, but the shit hurt my side when I walk and shit, so my rehab been crazy, bro. Like, my rehab been the hardest thing. You know, I lost 37 pounds, bro. Like, my rehab been the hardest part, I can't say, bro. Like, and when you have cancer surgery, like, you lose your taste buds. So I got to develop whole new taste buds. Like, I lost all my taste buds, so you know, like, everything tastes like water right now until I build myself up. But I'm the type, once I feel I'm a little better, I don't like to be treated like no puppet. You know, I like to try to get up and do stuff, but I couldn't do it, bro, and that shit just make me mad, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you won't get up and go to the bathroom, bro. Like, you don't want to have to call nobody to help you, bro. And that shit just irritated me, and I think that kind of slid off on the mic a little bit when I got in the studio, because I was in my past, and I was just going dumb in the studio, but it's good-ass music.
Just trying to get my cash again.
I'm finna go hard on these niggas, like, I'm finna drop so much music, like you gonna have to really be dropping smoke to fuck with me. Like, the day I was released from the hospital, I'm still in inpatient, outpatient rehab, but the day I was released from the hospital, I went to the studio and did 17 songs in 4 days. That's an album called The 4-Day Theory. We got another half album done too. I just went crazy in the studio. I couldn't even stand up there. I sit the chair like this and put the mic right here and laid back and rapped the whole album, you know. And the music was hard, like, you know, because I had anger in me, bro. So that's how the music came out. Came out like that old Wild Boosie kind of. Because then my feelings based on me going through what I'm going through. You know, and whatever I would have went through, you would have got it. And that's just how it was. I was just like, I'm finna hit him with something else, bro. I'm finna hit him with something else. I'm finna keep on grinding. I ain't gonna let this stop me, you know, not from shining. You know, I come from nothing, so anything I do, I shine. Jesus, all those guys respect my music. They respect my craft. You know, cause, you know, I'm different, bro. You know, all I make is that real music, bro. I don't rap about dudes. You know, I don't start rap beef with dudes. You know, if dude rap about me, I'm not gonna rap back. You know, like, I just keep it 100. I'm a people's person. I work with anybody. You know, I'm music. You know, I don't flex with dudes. I ain't gonna work with him. Hell no, I work with you. I just like working with dudes and being in the studio and getting a good vibe with dudes and making good music, bro. I just like making good music. And I like seeing them young niggas get money and blow up too and talk shit, you know. I be liking to see this shit. But I got respect in the industry, you know. And I respect dudes in the industry. Like, I respect dudes, you own, I'm popping with you, nigga. Nigga, you on top of the game, let me open up for you, you know, like, I'm like that. I'm gonna drop the most music I ever dropped in my career this year. You know, that cancer shit scared me, bro. So this year, I'm gonna attack these niggas damn near every month, dog. Like, and my artists gonna be dropping back to back to back to back. Like, we just gonna flood the game, like, you know, like. Some of it gonna be on iTunes, some of it might not be on, but you gonna hear this shit everywhere, like. Just felt like I wouldn't die no time soon. Like, when I got this cancer out, man, I was like, damn, diabetes ain't killed me. Cancer ain't killed me. Yeah. Been shot at 6 times, they ain't killed me. Yeah. And I was like, shit, I'm here.